Being more adaptable to change can really help you mentally. Nothing is ever going to stay the same. Life is constantly changing. So the best thing we can do is to accept it for what it is and not dwell on it. Yes, of course, when some things change, it can suck because we wanted it to be a certain way and we didn't like what the result of that change was. But what is gone is supposed to be gone for a reason. And it doesn't matter if it's an opportunity that you may have had, if it's a relationship, a friendship with somebody, everything happens for a reason, so better can come in. Things that aren't serving you are supposed to leave, and God will remove those things from your life so you can experience better, because you're supposed to experience better. And at first, that can be a hard concept to realize because sometimes we want to keep those friends that we've known since we were little kids, that we've known since we were in middle school. We want to keep those friends. We want to have those opportunities and be able to experience the opportunities that we may have had laid out for us. Then when it gets removed from our lives, we're like, why me? Why is this happening to me? Why couldn't this happen to anybody else? It was supposed to happen. And this also you can experience better. What is gone is something that isn't serving you anymore, or that never served you in the first place. And so God had to remove it from your life so you can experience something more. And by becoming adaptable to that and just allowing that change to take place without any judgment. Yes, of course, it's okay to allow yourself to feel through those emotions. It may even be sad or be somewhat mad about it. But then to become accepting of it is the next step. We have to have the mindset that it is what it is. This was supposed to happen so better can come my way. This isn't for me anymore. And I'm supposed to experience something greater. By becoming accepting of that, it makes adapting to situations in life a lot easier than harder. It would be harder if you didn't accept it and you dwelled on it and you held on to what you did have. You don't really allow yourself to experience something greater. Like, you really have to put it in perspective. Our life now is not going to be the same 5 years from now, nor do you want it to. Our lives 5 years from now, 3 years from now, 10 years from now shouldn't be the same. Become more excited about new beginnings that are happening in your life. Don't take it on with a negative mindset because you don't know what to expect. That's usually why some of us are not wanting change, because we don't know what to expect from the future. We don't know what life is going to throw our way. And when we don't know what to expect, we automatically decide to be scared of it, as if it's just going to bring us harm, when in actuality, it can bring us good. It can bring us things that can help us. It can bring us things that we would enjoy. It can bring us new opportunities, new possibilities that we wouldn't have even expected. So change is good. Change is really, really good. And becoming more so adaptable to that change is even better. And being adaptable to even smaller things that happen, even to small things that happen to your life. It doesn't matter, big or small. Being adaptable, being okay with having some parts of your life change is like the best skill to have. Like, there'll be some times where in the past, some things wouldn't go my way or things would change in my life, such as moving to Texas when I was going into my freshman year of high school. And at first, I didn't know what to expect. I was kind of on edge about it. I was going with the flow because, my mom was like, it's just time for a change of scenery. And at first, my mom said she was moving my sister and I to Texas. I was not wanting to go because I had everything here in California. I had my friends, I had my family. I wanted to go to the high school that all of my friends were going. And the idea of starting over and trying to make friends with other people that already had their friend groups since they were little. And now I had to find my place as the new kid. That didn't really sound nice to me. I didn't like that. Once I moved and then being there for a couple of years, I was able to not only find my friend group, I was able to learn a lot more about myself. I feel like I wouldn't have became who I am right now if I didn't decide to move to Texas. By accepting the change, I was able to meet a variety of different people from different backgrounds. The school that I came from, I was one of the only Black kids in that class. And then when I moved, I was able to meet people that looked just like me. I was able to find my community, really, and establish myself even more. And that wouldn't have happened if I didn't allow myself to become accepting of the change and to be open to me experiencing new possibilities and new experiences. I was able to carry on becoming more adaptable to other things in my life, no matter how big or small, regardless if something went my way or not. Just allowing it to be what it is. I broke my phone going into Christmas break, and as a content creator, that hurt. Being a content creator, that hurt. I'm not gonna lie, because I was like, how am I going to create this content for people? I had great momentum. Like, I was trying to reach 20K before the end of the year, and now I can't post no more. Like, how am I going to do that? Like, how am I going to be able to achieve my goal, do things I want to do? I had everything set up, Like, I had a whole plan in my mind. And now it was coming to an abrupt stop. And at first, I was like, I felt a little sad. But then I was like, okay, this was supposed to happen. Instead of allowing myself to dwell on it, I was like, okay, this is an opportunity for me to learn to focus on other things in my life. This was supposed to happen so I can refocus, so I can maybe even take time for myself and refocus on things outside of social media. I was like, okay, let me refocus on something else. And let me not dwell on it, because that means something better is supposed to come. And so I knew God was in control, and I knew I had to let him handle it. So I did. Then less than a week later, I was able to get a new phone. And the funny thing is, I remember when I first broke it, I was like, I'm probably not going to be able to get a new phone until I don't know when. But regardless, I just, in that moment, whenever I broke it, I allowed myself to be accepting of whatever comes with it. At a time that I didn't even expect it at all. I just allowed it to happen, and then better came. There's again realizing that things that happen within our lives, they're all tests to see how we'll react to it, to see if we will either bow down to the challenge and sulk and dwell on what was and what we did have, or just get excited. These are all tests for us, just to see how we will rise above. And you will rise above. You will. Stop getting caught up in what was. Whatever is gone, so we can experience better.